And then there was one inside the Infinity Arena. We've got what feels like an infinite amount of entertainment, but it's packed into one more match to close out the day. It started off with YingSha and Wang Chuqin over Wang Chunting and Duhoi Kem 3-2. Sora and Miwa over Bruna and Ugo in a nail-biting 5-gamer again. Kwaiman and Satsuki Odo, what a match. And Truls getting his first win over Lin Winru, but now MIYU Nagasaki and YingSha battle.
来自日本 from Japan, MIYU Nagasaki.
MIYU Nagasaki enters the arena and she's got a lot of vibes right now. Does that feel like home to you? I don't know. It feels a little bit like Japan to me. Neko. Cats everywhere. MIYU Nagasaki in her very fit game. Get ready to battle.
来自中国 from China, YingSha.
YingSha enters the arena, the world #1. Baby Buddha keeps it cool under pressure. She's as fast and strong as can be. She's in wonderful form. YingSha out here battling against MIYU Nagasaki in what feels like, well, the first time in a long time. But I'll get you all that info in a bit. YingSha, a case to study. The ever-improving world #1 for 178 weeks. And if she remains there, which she will, she gets quite a break between now and Doha to stay at the top of the food chain. Deng Yaping, you've got somebody chasing your record. If YingSha stays in the game for a long time and she keeps up this form, let's see. The world #1 versus the world ranked #15. MIYU Nagasaki's been one spot higher than that. YingSha and her both have quite some experience. Her best world ranking, MIYU Nagasaki's 2025. So, just one spot behind it, she's in good form. And that win over Mima Ito is a statement to support that as well. Kim, Jackie, our umpire for the match, will be taking care of business here. One of many famous Jackies to come from Hong Kong, China. That's right, Zhongguo Shangang, in case you want to know how to read it in Chinese. Coin toss time to determine where the players stand and who serves for this best of 7 battle to close out the night.
Please, come to. Red and blue. Red, blue. Blue. Receive. So.
So a little question there from YingSha about the racket of MIYU Nagasaki. I just heard Chopai. Couldn't hear if she said, have you changed it? Have you done anything different to it? This is something that friends say to each other, but normally if you're playing friends, you don't need to check each other's blades. The idea is it the same as the last time I saw it? Cool, I remember it. I'm world #1. Count it, 178 weeks, 17 titles to the name. A name that is all around the stadium. More titles than anybody in the WTT era. Champion Singapore Smash, champion Chongqing, champions, wow, Europe Smash, and a champions Macau. 2025 has not been a bad year, but for a woman who's a mile ahead of the #2 and everyone else. Wang MIYU has taken her down a few times this year. She sits as far away on the draw as possible. In the WTT head-to-head, YingSha is 1-0 over MIYU Nagasaki. So here's a look, the 23-year-old. It's crazy to think that she's that young, but that's what happens when you become a professional international star. for Team Japan at such a young age. Turned pro at 14, 9 years ago. MIYU Nagasaki has caught a lot of eyes over the years, having talked to the strength and conditioning coaches of Team China over the years. Many have spotted her as, say, a real physical specimen to be strong. So the round of 16, MIYU Nagasaki was able to take down Mima Ito, saving multiple match points in the 6th. And in game 7, look at this, 10-4 and 11-4 in the decider. Wow, a brief moment to express that. The hands will go back up and some waves to the crowd. Can she repeat here today? Well, YingSha has done everything in her power to make the answer to that question no. You never know, but the odds statistically are that YingSha remains unbeaten. 91% success rate in WTT. And the fan vote here, 74-26. We've seen this vote before. These numbers, get on worldtabletennis.com if you're not already there. Keep it open. You can get all the scores you need, all the analytics you need, but of course, cast your fan vote before every match. Sparkles in the eyes, someone who comes to the table with a bit of hope, focus, and belief.
First game, MIYU the serve, love all.
Nagai Shimasu, Nagai Shimasu. To the opponent, to the coach, to the officials.
Love one.
So Sha takes the first point on receive. MIYU Nagasaki with the second serve. Looking to get in early. Always helps your cause against the world number 1.
1-all.
And a tight pendulum serve to the short forehand, MIYU Nagasaki. Handcuffed. The serve left just off the table under on the forehand side. Remember, the opponent's half of the table you use as an obstacle for your opponent.
2-all.
Service game strong. MIYU Nagasaki gets a passive receive. And with that, it allows her a third ball opening, drive deep to the corner in the exact opposite way. For someone as fast and well prepared as YingSha, you don't see points won like that so often.
2-4.
Interesting. YingSha, almost every round she's played. Remember, she's won this title 3 times already. Last year, a first round exit at the hands of teammate Chun Shing Tong. Wasn't the first, won't be the last for Tong Tong.
Let's 2-4.
Oh, the dribbler. Clipping the net and staying close. Toy Story 3. Off to college, but staying close to home. A little bit of height on it, and Sha knows what to do with that. Still not a comfortable start to this match. First point, sure. After that, everything's been a lot of work. It's been a scramble.
5-4.
Anyone else nodding their heads out there right now as if to say, yep, this is a well-played point by both sides. I expect more and more of that. Just upping their game. Oh, what coverage. If Shasha starts a cell phone service provider, you know you're going to be taken care of because she's everywhere right now. Signal even in the deep backhand court. Nagasaki picking her placement well, but after having a bit of a lead. What's that, 3 in a row now for Shasha? Strawberry.
5-6.
Little bit of side spin on that backhand opening. Channeling her inner Miyu Kato. Many Japanese women play with side spin on the receive. Mima Ito, Hina Hayata, but of course the strawberry farmer, Miyu Kato.
6-all.
Think about where that push was, as deep as could be to the corner of the forehand, and Shasha still was able to drive it perfectly into the most uncomfortable spot. This is the Shasha we know. Miyu Nagasaki's going to do everything she can to let the world see a Sun YingSha we don't know.
6-all.
At least in her favor, that's what she'll try.
6-7.
Right back, supported by maybe her closest friend on the team, Hudwo Ja. Wang Yidi next to her, quite close as well. Team doctor, 6-7.
All.
And now 7-up. When you play someone as dominant as Sun YingSha, getting an early start, taking that first game, you want that gulp. You want someone who looks like she's sweating mentally. Someone who doesn't have answers.
7-8.
And so far, that's been the look through most of this match. Shasha still has a lot of figuring out to do. It's what she does. Coco offering some words of wisdom from the bench. There it is, a little bit extra on this spin on the serve, nice and tight. And a drive on the back, and the fingers, the body language. Coco Chanel says, yep, the spin. You've got it. Play security. Drive it. The pressure in this rally, and for Shasha to come out on top. And she was right on top of that ball. Wow.
Nine.
Ooh, a Cholet here. A yelp. A reminder that this is a very important moment. Remember that hope, that confidence, that belief, all three of these qualities. Miyu Nagasaki cannot have too much. It's tough to imagine anyway. Powerful ingredients to success. As Shasha drives the ball, she clears her mind. 0-0 in the head, 9-all on the scoreboard.
9.
But it is
10.
game point for Miyu Nagasaki. Taking some chances on receives, getting aggressive, quick in the rally. The gulp is still there. Oh, the timing change. This is not a comfortable way to do it, but YingSha manages to escape. Throughout this point, it felt like MIYU Nagasaki's. She earned herself a wonderful opportunity with that finisher, but the contact, well, YingSha had some other ideas, changes it up, and here we are, deuce. From facing a game point to having one, YingSha with 2 big points. As a spectator, if you want to see this one go the distance, it's much more likely if MIYU Nagasaki gets the first, but world number 1, 1 point away. There it is, a bit extra on the forehand, and it's tough when you get that close. But Her Royal Highness is clearly not happy about the scoreline in this. The head shake, the body language said, man, I've got some work to do. A lot of different ways to phrase it, and the way you talk to yourself really makes a massive impact on how you feel and how you perform. Right now, the conversation is with more than herself. It's with Cho Yi-ka, Coco Chanel. Game 2 in a best of 7 is coming right up. We know that blade, if you can see the face on the bottom of it, well, you won't have to.
Turn to serve. Love all.
Because it's the face you'll see throughout this match, the face of the player that's leading 1-0 after being down 2-5 and 9-10 in game number 1. YingSha. Nagasaki with the chop. Wow. That is a very unusual shot. YingSha, like a bedtime story, reads it. Except I guess a bedtime story you usually read gently. Nothing gentle about these shots either, my goodness. No children, no good nights just yet, not to either of them. I mean, there are children, but not on the table. 23, MIYU Nagasaki, 25, YingSha.
2-1.
Pyaliang, indeed, a beautiful shot there. Cho Yi-ka letting it be known. Not only do I approve, but everything we discussed, you're doing wonderfully. All that to say, that's to make it 2-2.
2-3.
Again, it looks like a tidal wave of fans every direction you look, and the majority of them want Sun YingSha to win this match.
Four, two.
I think the brow of Cho Yi-ko is probably the same as probably almost everybody here. It makes you want to watch that point from every angle. Credit to MIYU Nagasaki for making it uncomfortable. It looked like there was enough clearance there for XiaXia to do what she does consistently. The looks can be deceiving.
5-2.
I mean, for example, if XiaXia was wearing pants and walking down the street and you didn't know who she was, would you have guessed that she's been world #1 in such an athletic sport for the last 3.5 years nearly?
3-5.
When she leans back, when she drops that racket low, remember her forehand is the shot that has been admired her whole game, but the forehand is her standout shot. All this just to come back into the game. MIYU Nagasaki's kept it challenging. From 5-3 up
5-all.
to 5-all. MIYU Nagasaki now with the serves.
5-6.
If you open the dictionary to the P section and you look up the word pressure, you will find a GIF of that serve.
All.
If your dictionary is incredibly edgy and into memes and up to date and has GIFs. By the way, when I said 5-3, the point before that, 5-2. Second game in a row, MIYU Nagasaki has had a 5-2 lead. Here we are at 6-6. Bottle challenge serve, and she paints the corners. A runaround, a little blues traveler on top of the bounce from Sun YingSha. As fast as can be. Just rising, the ball barely coming up for air in this, and it's 7-6. XiaXia drying the ball, sizing up the opponent, and looking for a different score line coming into the end of this game.
6-8.
So far, so good. She leads 8-6. Anything you can do to get a passive receive and space to swing for the third ball. It's not easy with someone so well prepared as MIYU Nagasaki on the other side.
6-9.
Sounded like a little bit of missed contact there from XiaXia. In other racket sports, you hit the edge of the racket. It's completely different. Here, it's subtle, but you don't have a frame around the edge. You have edge tape, but the ball's not hitting there, almost ever. Top edge of the racket, and it flies. XiaXia watches it because we've all seen those viral videos of somebody who thought the point was over. What, Kim Tak-soo versus Liu Guozheng? 7 of the last 8 for Sun YingSha. 2-5 down. And down the line, that is 9 of the last 10 points for XiaXia. Crowd likes it. Thumbs up. So 2-0. Again, she still doesn't look like herself. That's credit to MIYU Nagasaki. Getting the job done is what counts. It's not about looks, it's about results. It's about more than results, obviously. It's about being a team leader. It's about inspiring everyone else who follows in your footsteps to bring glory to the greatest team in terms of nations in table tennis in modern history. 12-10, 11-6. Xia leads 2-0.
Magic.
Roll of honor. Kwaiman started off the year strong. Shi Xuanyao, Sun Yingxia back-to-back. A Singapore smash, a champions Chongqing. Miwa in the mix. Wang Yidi, Honoka. Another Miwa, Yuan Jianan. MIYU Nagasaki, star contenders. Satsuki Odo, Ju Yuling. Honoka back again. Miwa with two more. Chun Xing Tong, Xia with another two. Honoka Hashimoto, Wang MIYU, a China smash. But a smash for Xia, a Macau Champions event. Miwa and Sun Yingxia have dominated 2025.
First game, MIYU to serve, love all.
But the reason they're not the top two in the world is because if you look at the titles that Miwa took and you put them side by side with the titles that Xia took, well, Xia's hand wins.
Love one.
When you're only playing the big events, they're worth that much more. This time, much like game number one, first point to Xia on receive. Excellent pressure here. The body language from Xia. It's unusual, right? When's the last time you saw Xia walking around, looking down at her equipment, having this much dialogue with herself? That is the royal we. When you think dialogue and self and Her Royal Highness. Top edge of the racket, tough to control. Duck and cover. Xia in a better position score-wise, but it's still not comfortable. Left-handed Japanese players have made some of the greatest in all time struggle to get through them. Koki Niwa, Ma Long said, was always so uncomfortable to play.
2-3. Free all.
In case it's your first time to table tennis, Jiao is Mandarin for add oil, which basically means give it your best, go for it. It's got a beautiful story behind it, an academic background. I'll tell you more about that at another time. Loading this ball with spin. Back to the first time Cho Yike took his fingers as if he was reeling a ball of yarn to say spin. We'll talk about why that's so powerful. 12 of the last 16 points for Xia. Xia wants to play what you can't find in a practice partner.
3-5.
It's not speed, as Wang Liqin in the background, Ma Junfeng, He Zhuojia, teammate, and maybe best friend with Wang Yidi. Both close friends of Sun Yingxia. Very strong national team players, despite He Zhuojia not being as high in the world rankings. She untangles the feet somehow. Xia again, not looking recognizable in that early moment. But how you finish, that's what defines a champion. Remember, 75% of the 4 events that have existed for WTT finals in history have been won by YingSha.
7-3.
It's probably the most encouraging scoreline we've seen from YingSha in this match till the end of the last game. Soft touch on the receive to set up the next ball. MIYU Nagasaki in combination here finds an answer to get 1 point against the most unbeaten player in the game. At the second towel break, I'd like to address the mentality of table tennis. These two have a rich history. They've been playing against each other for 8 years. And the only time, again, they've met 4 times before internationally. 2017, Xia won both of her encounters. One 3-1, another 4-1. Since then, the next 2 encounters, MIYU Nagasaki has never taken a game.
No fresh, please. 5-7.
You did say the magic word. Whenever you make a late decision to push, you better hope it's either very deep and well placed, so you have a chance to predict the next ball. But anything in between at this level, Xia will pack up in a to-go bag.
Left. 5-8.
I mean, she'll eat it for breakfast first, but whatever's left over, she'll take. And a quality opening on the backhand. I do think the rich history between these two players of the coming up is a factor, but I also think the form of MIYU Nagasaki, what she did to Mima Ito yesterday, the way she's been playing out here with conviction, initiating, taking chances, wide angles. The confidence on this 4th ball, the drop, the touch, shuts down a 3rd ball. Xia's used to getting 3rd ball opportunities much easier. Oh, the finisher. It was a struggle the whole way until that last shot. It was a fight for an opening. Xia, the twist. Watch the grip. Watch her grip. There it is. That's right when it happens. As soon as she predicts that it's coming to the forehand, she just turns it towards the other knuckle and drives that one to the barriers. 4 game points for a 3-0 lead. And baby Buddha chillin'. Scoreboard right now supports the world number 1. YingSha looking for a 4-peat, not consecutive. So maybe that's not a, yeah, it is. Anyway, her 4th time taking this event would require 1 more game in this match. And then she's into the final 4, where she will continue to fight the top seed on top. So little Allen Iverson here, little AI. Oh, it's the other one, artificial intelligence. This is data, the winning ball placement from YingSha. Okay, watering the plants like a garden, spreading love to your children. There were no favorites there on the table. It was all over, equal spread.
Love all.
Onegaishimasu. Shall we play?
One love.
I don't know about you, but that close-up of the eyes of YingSha said to me that this animal's on a hunt. It hasn't been easy to get here. There's still plenty of question about the challenge to come. It's been uncomfortable. But YingSha's got a confidence like we haven't seen yet. Oh, what the slide? What did she just do? WTS. Her feet. It's like the running man out here. YingSha shuffling.
Love free.
And when I said we haven't seen, the confidence is we have a timeout on MIYU Nagasaki's side that we haven't seen in this match. She may be up 3-0, but those of you that are here now along for the ride, it's been a struggle. Yuka Minagawa, coach for MIYU Nagasaki right now with the bag of ice to keep that brain stem and the head cool.
Love free.
To my understanding, you want it on top of the head, not the back of the neck. Interesting stories behind that.
Flat.
Oh, TTR! Wow! Wow! This is the first time that I can recall in this entire event that a player from Asia, let alone China, has let a ball go to call TTR. Wow, and the smile. She's like, okay, you guys like that? Some guts here. What if that was all the plan? What if the coach, what if Yuka said, serve the most illegal serve you could, just to get her off balance? I've seen coaches call for players to wait and ignore the call back to the table to intentionally get a yellow card, just to fog up the view and the vision on the other side. Table tennis review. So for verticality, I believe is the call. We're going to see an angle, and if the number is greater than 30 degrees, well, it's YingSha's point outright. If not, it's MIYU Nagasaki's point, because YingSha stopped the point while the ball was in play. So this is a gutsy call. YingSha needs to be confident. And we saw her eyes at the start of this match. I love the smirk. I love the smile after. That was in response to the crowd. Here it is. Oh, for sure. 41.48. My goodness. That's why YingSha would do it. 41.48. She has 2 unsuccessful challenges remaining. Is that laugh a laugh of, you called my bluff? That's exactly what the coach called for. Out of a timeout. Can you imagine? I want to know so bad. The interview with MIYU Nagasaki won't happen on court. It'll happen somewhere else. Unless she wins this game and the next 3 to follow in a row.
5 love.
And with the score line, it's seeming less and less likely. Wow. I'm going to find some insiders to learn the answer to that question, but what a fascinating set of body language and emotional responses on both sides.
Love 6.
Patrick Sheila, coach for the French team against Ma Lin, called the timeout when he knew he didn't have one left because he couldn't think of anything else to do to beat Ma Long in a tight match at the World Champs. It was brilliant. Didn't work.
1-6.
Soft touch here, and she's on the scoreboard with the first point. Still a very steep incline on the treadmill. Good to see the next generation behind as well.
7-1.
Spin game. YingSha can do what practice partners can't. There's a reason players don't just read about table tennis to prepare. It feels different.
8-1.
Nice supplementary education about the sport, but getting your reps in, trying it. Coverage from the middle, and YingSha running away with this one like we haven't seen yet. Just under the table, guiding it up with topspin. Give us an exhibition point, MIYU, or fight. It's up to you. Whatever you want at home, but this is the type of score line where someone throws in the hat and says, let's have some fun, let's give some love to the crowd.
11-1.
A little fortune here, and YingSha, wow, the biggest smile I've seen between two friends, 8 years across the net from each other. That is a big smile from YingSha. The moment, though, out of the timeout at 0-3 down, MIYU Nagasaki, 41 degrees. Fun fact, well, I'll save it for another time. Anyway, 12-10, 11-6, 11-6, 11-1. Trending towards a fourth title, but still a long way to go. It's going to be a new opponent standing on the other side of that beautiful net that separates these two halves of the table. And the halves of one of the most beautiful tables in the game. And the smile right now, the serve, it was all about the service toss angle. I love it. MIYU Nagasaki's like, I know, she said to do it. We had to try somehow to distract you. You just weren't missing. 40-4%, that's all in the last game. One lost point in this, and it was below the table. What looks like about 3 feet back. Wow. Nearly 100 centimeters, or a meter, I guess is the best way to say that. I didn't grow up metric, but those shots, everything else was YingSha's. So we've got an all-Chinese semifinal. YingSha will battle Kwai Man, and Chun Yi will battle Wang Manyu. She beat her last time they played. Look at all the flags in the beginning. Korea's up there twice. Macau, China with Zhu Yuling. Japan all over the place. 6 Japanese flags, and they have all fallen to the highest flying flag. YingSha, the highest flyer of that team, is on court with Charmian Tan.
YingSha is heading to the semifinals. YingSha, congratulations. This marks your 5th victory over MIYU Nagasaki on the international stage. How would you assess the overall performance of both you and your opponent in today's match?
恭喜你，莎莎晋级女单4强啊！那这是你第5次在国际赛场战胜长崎。那怎么评价今天你和对手在场上的整体表现呢？
觉得首先其实确实以往来说跟长崎有些交手并不是说特别多，但当然我觉得他的球其实我相信大家也能看到，其实他还是有一定的特点跟威胁吧。所以说，其实在第1局当中， 打完之后，其实在技战术方面还是做了一些调节，所以说后3局整体来说还是打得比较顺利吧。那当然，其实整体来说上来的这种优势，包括发接球的这种环节，其实没有说特别大的优势。但当然，我觉得通过第1局以后下来这种跟邱导的交流啊，包括后3局，我觉得整体的技战术还是非常有效果。
I didn't have many encounters with MIYU Nagasaki before, but I would say she's a player with a distinctive style, and she does present a lot of threats. In the first game, after the first game, I made some adjustments to my techniques and tactics, and the next 3 games went more smoothly for me. I didn't think I have a good advantage going into the match with my service or receive, but after the first game, through my communication with coach Mr. Chiu, my tactics and techniques in the next 3 games worked very effectively.
Now, Sasha, Team China has swept up all 4 spots in the women's singles semifinals. So how will you adjust your preparation strategy for the upcoming matches against your own teammates? 那中国队包揽女单4强哦，面对接下来的队友内战，你会如何调整备战策略呢？
全力以赴嘛，肯定。我觉得，因为可能明天我估计季章也是自己觉得还是场次最多的一天吧，所以说还是希望自己今天回去好好休息吧，因为可能明天第1轮比赛即将在下午的这种混双半决赛，再到晚上，然后可能一天有这种2、3场的这种对抗，而且我觉得相信打到后2天，其实这种对抗跟质量其实都是越来越高的，所以说希望自己全力以赴吧。
I'll definitely give my everything. Tomorrow is going to the very day where I have the greatest number of matches, so I hope I could rest well after the match today. I'm going to have a mixed double semifinals in the afternoon and then other matches in the evening. So it will be 2 to 3 matches within 1 day. And I believe as the event has progressed, the matches will get more confrontational and the shots will become more high quality. So I do hope I could give my best.
好的，那你回去好好休息。谢谢你，孙颖莎，再次恭喜你。
Since you didn't get a translation at the end, good rest is what was wished to her. She'll need it because she's got 2 to 3 matches to play tomorrow, and we will see. But I will say that Xu Xin and many other Chinese players before her performed even better when they had more to play. A look back at everything that happened today. And the only bagel today, courtesy of the world #1, YingSha, Truls with the win, Kwaiman with the win, Sora Miwa and Shato. YingSha with her 2nd victory on the table today. And while it says 4-0, if you watched it live, it was completely uncomfortable the whole time. Again, the point after the timeout, I hope goes viral on the internet. And we've got more magic for you right here from the beautiful heart of Hong Kong, China. On behalf of everybody at WTT, I'm Adam Bobra. We can't wait to have you back tomorrow for more action right here.